Maeve's ear suddenly caught brisk music and voices raised in song. She had no doubt. A wedding ceremony had just begun in a hamlet just off the high road. When the bride's father spotted the royal retinue, he rushed up to beg the queen to bless the newlyweds. Maeve obliged cordially. Encouraged, the father boldly invited Maeve and her court to join in the festivities.
You do us a right honour, my lady, and your men would bolster their strength afore to march ahead. We beg ye, eat, drink and rejoice with us.
I haven't slippers to dance in, but I trust I'll manage somehow. Lead on, good man.
The nuptials took place in the shade of a vast oak tree. Then the newlyweds and their guests walked in procession to a barn adorned with flowers. An uproarious celebration ensued. As she watched her soldiers dance shoulder to shoulder with peasants, Maeve felt a surge of pride at being their queen. The heart of Lyria. It beat most powerfully here, not in the gilded halls of palaces. Suddenly, a cry went up as strange armed men rushed into the yard.
There's the lass! Grab her!
Before anyone could stop them, the bandits took the bride and fled into the woods. The drums and fiddles, suddenly silenced, were now replaced by weeping, moaning, angry calls for pursuit. Deep grief upon his face, the host turned to Maeve with a plea.
My lady, we beg of you, help us!
Though Maeve's troops were eager to pursue, the queen did not give the order. She may have feared an ambush, though just as possibly she'd concluded she would not delay their march due to one young woman's abduction. Though none dared utter a word of chagrin, Maeve sensed her subjects' bitter gazes upon her. At the first light of the morn she left, without so much as a nod goodbye.
We'll not leave you wanting, good man.
Shouted the queen, slipping her feet into her stirrups.
Follow me! Yeah!
The earth trembled beneath the weight of horse and hoof. Tankards laid out for a midnight toast to the bride and groom clinked prematurely in the quake, and the Lyrians charged forth into the dark wood. Though the Lyrian cavalrymen had imbibed spirits throughout the night, they not only managed to stay upright in their saddles, but even gained on the bandits and cut off any chance of escape. Maeve's troops defeated the bandits and rescued the bride, only to be surprised. For the maiden fair dropped to her knees and burst into tears of sorrow, not joy.
Weep not, child,
The queen said, placing her arm upon her shoulder.
It's over. You're free.
Nay, not so, your majesty. My lady, I've no love for Jan. No wish to wed him. It's my father. My family forced me. My heart's fimbers. He arranged the masquerade. I beg ye, if you've 1 ounce of kindness, if you've a heart, let us leave this place together and free.
This scheme you've pursued, I can't condone. Folk have been wounded. Some might have died.
Said the queen.
Yet, equally, I cannot let others force you to marry.
So, may we go, your grace?
You may. Fast as your legs will carry you, afore I've a change of heart.
Though none dared utter a word of chagrin, Maeve sensed her subjects' bitter gazes upon her. At the first light of the morn she left, without so much as a nod goodbye.
Oh, I've a heart,
Answered the queen.
yet I've also a head with which to reason. Your beloved spilled blood this day, a grave crime. He shall answer for it, while you, my dear, must go home.
Upon spotting the queen returning with the bride, the revellers ran out to meet them. Not wishing to rile the crowd, Maeve revealed the truth of the matter solely to the newlyweds' families. They, in turn, annulled the freshly made union and, in gratitude for her aid, gave the queen all the gifts the guests had brought.
Thank you most kindly for the invitation, good man.
Said the queen.
Yet I'm expected elsewhere, where there's sure to be no dancing. I must move on at once. I must make haste.
The Lyrians resumed their march, Meve riding at their fore, softly tapping her fingers on her saddle to the beat of the fading jig.
Told you she were an harlot. Told you she'd mean trouble. Oh, poor Jan. I pity the lad. True, he's no looker, but he's got an heart of gold.